All right. Hey, what is up, guys? It's DJ Vision Break, and I'm here to show you how I organize my crates and just kind of give you an idea on how to organize your crates or your library. All right, so let's get into it. Yeah, as you can see onto the left, these are all the genres that I play, and I got a couple of mixes or a couple crates where I made a mix to record and yada yada. But as you can see, right off the bat, these are the genres that I play. And if you notice, within the genres, I have a recently added crate, a high energy crate, medium energy crate, lower energy crate. Now, within those crates, I have the comment section where it says lower energy, medium energy. I have the album tab, and what I'm starting to do recently is within the album tag, I'll actually put lyrics of a song, whether it's through an EDM track, um, bass house, hip hop, reggaeton, you name it, whatever. And I realize that's a good thing for me. So, for example, um, this is gonna be kind of a bad example, but "Starships" by Nicki Minaj. Starships are meant to fly. Boom, pops up. So what I'll start doing is for lyrics, I just type in the whole lyrics of the song or certain phrases or whatever, and then I'll put that in the album tag. And then if I can't remember the song name, but I know how it goes, because a lot of times I'm sure when you guys are DJing at any spot, or if you're practicing at home, you're like, hey, what's that song? I know how it goes, or you sing it in your head, you sing the melody, and you just can't, it's at the tip of your tongue. So by doing this kind of like cuts some time. Let me see. Like this one, there's a song called "Slow Down." I know that it's called "Slow Down," but there's a hype edit where it goes, "If you want to get with me, I like my bass down low," or "I like my beats fast and my bass down low." So I type in, "If you want to get with me," boom, pops up. Um, Sometimes, now that we're talking about lyrics, what I'll do is I'll literally type in the words of those lyrics incorrectly in the event that I'm playing live on the spot and I need to transition really quickly, or I'm just for some reason I'm running out of time, or I just really want to just give the energy and this song needs to go at this certain time. So what I'll do is during the prep phase of, finding my music, categorizing and whatnot, I'll literally type the words incorrectly or different lingo to add on to it. So for example, uh throw your fucking hands up, this song, "Slow Down." If you guys heard "Slow Down" by Showtek, this is like a banger, it goes, "Throw your fucking hands up." Well, as you notice, I have it, I have it exactly like this with, mother, MUTHA, uh ING. So just in case that, like, if you're typing something and you just, you just don't have time, like, you just type it incorrectly in the correct way, and it works. Um, so I'm starting to do that a lot. And now that I'm talking about this, like, when you're making your crates, whether this is a good idea for you or not, how I have it structured, I guess the best thing to understand is your crates are always under construction. If you just pretend like it's a city or it's an interstate, it's always under construction. You have most of the road work done once you finally do, your crates and how you organize them. But at the same time, you're always adding on a new road or fixing a pothole, fixing a bridge, So even though your crates are organized to where you want it to be, just know that you might pop up with new ideas on how to add more layers to your organized crates and structure, which is not a bad thing. It's awesome. So, example, like the lyrics thing, I started putting the lyrics in the album, and you can put that under whatever tab that you want. It's just how I work with it. For my recently added crates, and this is going to apply to all of them, what I'll do is, if I'm going through a record pool, I'll download that song, categorize it into its specific genre. So in this case, this track belongs in Electro House, Big Room, and Bounce. What I'll do is, since it belongs in that respected genre, I'll put it in the recently added. mark it all up like how I did, and then I'll listen to the song as I'm marking it, or just after I'm done marking it, I'll listen to it, and then I'll decide, hey, this belongs in the medium energy or the high energy or the low energy crates. Now, to be honest with you, if you kind of think about it on a deeper scale, um, categorizing music under an energetic level is kind of subjective because I know someone might think this is energetic, but in reality, it's not to somebody else. Or this track might slap, but under this genre. But if you go to trap, you're gonna find something else that's heavier. So within their genres, like it's kind of subjective, but within their genres, they have their own respective limits of lower energy, medium energy, higher energy. But this is how I do it. Part of the reason that I do these crates and I do the medium, lower, and high has to do with a lot of trial and error within myself of picking a really good track that's energetic and keep that flow going, and then I'll pick some other track that I'm like, oh well, this dipped. So what I'm doing is, I'm taking each of these tracks that I've downloaded, I'm marking them and I'm listening to them, and then I'm sending them over to the respective crates that they belong. Again, some of these are subjective, and some of these, in fact, I actually changed because just by playing at the club, I realized, whoa, this is way more energetic than what I thought. A lot of people are really bumping to this, or oh no, this isn't really working. I guess this is more of an opening, time slot for this track. But most of the time, though, pretty close to what it is, and because of that, because of organizing the way that I do, everything is consistent. And I know that whatever I've marked, put in here within the crates or all the cues, I know what I've marked. I can trust myself because I took my time to, go through all X amount of music that day and, spend time with each song individually that it needs to be spent time with so it's good to go. So then that way when I'm playing live, when I'm playing in front of a crowd, playing at home, live streaming, whatever the case may be, I'm able to be consistent. And then speaking of the cues, I'm a person that likes to cue everything. I need to know what's going on, so then that way I'm able to be consistent. To some people, they may not need that, which is cool. Some people, they may need to, so here's why I'm showing you my folders to let you know on what to do. All right, so a little quick side note. If you don't use Serato, like that's fine, completely fine. I'm sure you can do the same thing for Rekordbox. I'm sure you can do the same thing for Virtual DJ. I know Virtual DJ, it takes your folders within your File Explorer or your Finder folder, depending on what operating system and what you have, like if you're using a laptop, Windows or Mac, whatever. But yeah, you can still do the same thing. So hopefully this isn't discouraging for some of you guys. And also, I know some people might be like, hey, bro, like, you probably should have used smart crates. And you're right, I definitely should have. But here's the thing. When I tried using that method, it didn't fit the parameters I was looking for and needed, in my eyes. So, I had to do all this hand picking all by myself over time. And it definitely wasn't fun, from making this from the ground up. But there is something special about, hand picking your tracks, downloading them to your specific crates, organizing them to their designated energy, right? In my case, and being able to trust yourself. It's about being consistent. So I know that if I pick XYZ track, it's going to do XYZ for me. And then, as I mentioned earlier, that we're under construction, like my dubstep folder, I only have a few tracks. I don't even have a lower energy folder. It's because I'm building it slowly. But the good thing about all this whole thing is I don't have to work as hard as I did before because one, I learned this over time, and I'm applying what I've learned, and also because I already have the structure set down, so it's easier for me to work with. Also, the other thing that I want to know is if you notice some of these tracks, I think it's going to be mostly in the hip hop area. You'll see that I have 4 versions of each song, and I do that specifically because just in case, if I'm gonna play at a nightclub, I'll play all the dirty music. But if I'm playing at a radio and I need to play some clean music, I have that there, So I have quick edits, dirty and clean, intro, dirty and clean, and then sometimes I might even have 6 to 8 versions because I need the originals, I like the hype edits, and I need the quick hits. So yeah, that just something to think about. Again, it may not work for you, but for me, I want to make sure that I'm ready for any environment. Because I've seen some local DJs around here. They're like, no, I just want to play dirty music, and then they have to go play somewhere where it's clean, and like, man, now I have to go back, and then it's just a mess. So I, to me, I'd rather over prepare than under prepare. Once again, this is just an idea. You guys do not have to follow this at all. If this sparks you to, kind of do something similar, cool. If this sparks you to do maybe restructure your whole folder from what you had it then to something that more is convenient to you, awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.